Welcome back, guys. It's Kibla Ahmed out here. We're joined with Ash, and we've got G-Man in HK.
Guys,
It's podcast
Happening,
28.
guys.
It's almost 6 months. No, I haven't. No, what am I talking about? 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. We're in, bro.
Yeah, over 6 months, man.
Over
Over
6
6 months, man.
Over 6
28.
months. Yeah, man. So it's been full on. It's full on. It's been an exciting week. We've had loads of new trailers. No more new trailers. Right, man. My beard looks a bit funky on here, man. I'm gonna have to cut this piece one time.
Looks alright, man.
It's
So
alright, it's
I like Ash's Miami Vice shirt, bro.
I've gone back to the 70s, guys.
Well, if it was in white, that would have given more jokes, man. But
Nah, it's
Ash
a
is
nice
giving me
shirt, bro. I
jokes
think
in
it's
it, man.
it looks alright.
Primark, man.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
button the top, bro. Proper look 80s steez, bro.
But yeah, it's been a full on week. We've had loads of trailers. Nothing amazing in the geek world or artistic world or the comic book world. The only one thing that's come out in the comic book world, which we're going to touch base on, is the return of Wolverine.
Oh, I'll come with book.
Yeah. So what do you think, G-Man?
Wicked. I mean, of course they were gonna bring him back, man. Come on, and now
He
Disney
never really
bought
died
him up.
anyway, because you still had
Oh, of course.
Old Man
Yeah.
Logan and all these other incarnations of Wolverine, and his son still in the game. Like, you had all of these characters, but the original Wolverine that we knew in that,
That era.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they'll never get rid of him. I think maybe it was just another one of Disney's things of like, all right, you don't want to make the deal, Fox. Cool, we'll just kill off Wolverine. You know what they did, right?
Ah, yeah.
So maybe it was one of those, but of course
It makes
Wolverine's
sense.
not going nowhere. And now they got the deal back. They're gonna recast Wolverine. Of course, I heard something about one of the Russo brothers saying that he would love Wolverine was his second best
Yeah.
Marvel character of all time. He would
Yeah.
love to do a Wolverine movie. This Wolverine and Hulk thing. I think Wolverine first appeared in the Hulk comic. I can't remember exactly the year. So he was talking about that. I mean, how epic would that be, bro? They can do it, bro.
Oh yeah, of course they
Um,
can. Of course they can.
But yeah, they he died. We read that issue, the death of Wolverine, and he got covered in adamantium. It was Kitty Pryde that was able to phase into the adamantium and phase him out, get his body out of it, right?
Yeah.
And then and then they put him in a grave, and then he busts out the grave. Come on, man, it's Wolverine. They can't kill him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his healing factors in it, so that's always going to be.
But I thought he was just becoming, his healing factor was slowing down. Remember, in the beginning of the
Yeah.
issue, he was with Reed
But there
Richards.
was a couple of years ago or months ago, something, there was another comic where he returned. It wasn't a return of his comic, but he appeared in some other comic. I can't remember what it was, and he had an Infinity Stone. I didn't read those. I didn't get a
No,
chance
nor
to get
did I.
hold
It
of
was
those.
a new
but-
Infinity War story, but it's not something I've got into because it's just, I don't know. I haven't. The only one I read recently was 2009's Old Man Logan, bro. Have you started reading it yet?
No, I'm finishing off my Punisher, the Punisher one I got, and then I'll get on that one, man. I'll get
So
on that.
good.
I've heard about that.
So good.
Online, I can't remember the guy's name, man. Shit, there's a wicked guy online on YouTube. He has his own comic book podcast thing or whatever, and he explains comic book. I remember listening to him once about it, and
Yeah.
it's a deep comic. It's really deep.
Very deep, bro. Very deep. Like, I've never been... Bro, for me to go through a book within, 2 days... It was quick read. I know in between it was... I could have read it in a day, bro, but I think I fell asleep after. But, it's proper stuff. Like, it's probably the best story I've read in a long time, bro.
It's like Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan is
I need to
sick,
read
bro.
that. I haven't read that yet.
Very good,
I
very
need to-
good.
I'll get on it. I think maybe on my journey on the way home, I'll read it on the plane or something.
Yeah, make sure. Moving on. You saw my picture beginning of this week, you boys. What do you think?
The Avengers concert art pick. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That-
Back to Avengers. You know they couldn't let the hype die down, yeah?
But
Yeah.
rumors-
Of course, that's what I'm trying to say. Anything. Sorry, Ash. Sorry.
Yeah.
Before. Anything that happens, Marvel just sticks their face in. Like they're not giving space for anybody to breathe. I feel sorry for DC and any other competition right now because they're not getting no space.
Yeah, that's right.
I think.
God, that's
There's rumors that apparently in another 10 days there's gonna be another reveal about the Marvel Avengers 4.
Oh.
So I read that up on Twitter.
I hope so, man. I
Yeah.
hope so because they could just keep. That pic looks good, and they also released a pic of Thanos' armor.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
know if
haven't
you
seen
saw that
that.
one.
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen
that,
and he has
no.
this big sword or whatever. He's got this big weapon. Have you seen
What?
that?
No.
Take a look at that.
Where the hell is
There's a
this,
new
bro?
concept art. Check that out. Concept
Was it
art of
Instagram?
Thanos. Excuse me, man. I ate loads of food, man. All I got was bare gas. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, the armor is different from the the Guardians of the Galaxy one, or the one that he was wearing is just a bit tweaked differently. He's got this big, massive weapon, like a sword type thing.
Where did you see this picture, man?
I saw it on YouTube, man. What's the guy's name, man? I can't remember the guy's name.
Alright, I'm gonna have to try and find this.
Okay, I don't know if it's fake news, man. I don't think it's fake news because it was talking about the other one you were talking about as well. Anyway, in regards to that picture, man, it's the original Avengers. Ant-Man's in there, and you got Hawkeye's back, which is gonna be awesome. Hulk had this armor on, which looks awesome, but I don't know what that's about. Why does he need the
they're
armor?
calling him Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
What's that?
So Professor Hulk, they're calling him in this one.
Wait, so do you think it's almost like the Grey Hulk, but they're keeping him green?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, interesting. So maybe that's what the complications was that in Avengers. So Hulk didn't want to come out. So maybe now they're coming to an understanding where Bruce is like, "All right, Hulk, let's work together." So now it's like, "I need you, Hulk." My mind, like they're working together now. So it's Bruce's mind with Hulk's body. You know what I mean?
Possibly. Yeah.
Maybe that's the in the Avengers we just saw. There was all these complications. Hulk didn't want to come out.
Yeah.
There's loads of theories. I don't know. People say he was scared. There's other people saying the Russo brothers. I think were saying there was one of the comics where Hulk didn't want to come out because he was pissed off with Banner. Because like, oh, you just use me because want every time you want beef, you use me on that. So Hulk didn't want to come out specifically for that. It wasn't that he was scared of Thanos or none of that sort of shit. Yeah. He was just like, why am I taking all these beats for? Like, that is literally like, why am I taking all the beats for? And then you get all the credit and all that sort of stuff. No. So I think that was the theory that the Russo brothers were going with. So maybe that makes more sense in the sense of like, all right, cool, like let's work together.
That'd be good.
All the other theories of him being scared and stuff won't make sense for him to come back, if that makes sense. Like,
of course.
And also, like, he's still evolving. He's a young baby and all that sort of stuff in his mind frame. I think I'm gonna go with the Russo brothers' theory of, well, obviously they directed the movie, but I'm going with their theory of he doesn't like just taking the beats for no reason. He wants some sort of negotiation going on.
Of course. The other thing, bro, you got Tremors here. Tremors TV program. I swear it was a movie.
No, it's a TV program.
No, TV program, isn't it? Actually, I saw you posted a trailer.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon is back.
Yeah.
So this is a TV program?
Yeah.
I thought it was a movie.
Yeah. So it's pretty...
No, man, you seen the trailer?
I want his boy to come back, bro.
What boy?
His best friend from the first one.
The cowboy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Is he in it? He's not in it. No, I just saw Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but the thing is, how much can they go with this story? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna find a layer where there's a lot of these Tremors, or so we've got to see what the story's gonna bring us, man. But I am looking forward to it because it's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. I thought, to be honest, man, like after they did the fourth movie or fifth movie, they should have left.
Was there 4 or 5? I thought there was 1.
Nah, man, there's like 5 movies, bro.
Well, Bacon was in just one of them, right?
He was in the original first one.
That's the best one for me.
Well, that's the best one, exactly. The rest of them don't really count.
Yeah.
But that should be fun.
Man.
Check out the trailer, kids, when you have a chance, man.
Yeah, I will do. I only saw part of it. I was like, what? I didn't watch it all, so I didn't know it was a... I thought it was a movie. I thought it was genuinely a movie.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely he's kind of portrayed like a legend, I guess, in the trailer. Shit, let me put some lighting on.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Awesome. All right, moving on to other news. Gerard Leto gets his own Joker movie.
I don't think so.
No, what, you're not feeling it?
I think they need to reboot the whole DC universe, man. Like, Wonder Woman was great.
I think just stick to standalones. I think that's the right idea. Just stick to standalones, man. He's producing it and involved. He's fully involved, right? Producing it and starring in it and everything. So he's probably probably gonna take this serious in the sense, like, I want to prove everyone wrong. Like, my Joker's not. It's not his fault, man. It's not his fault. It's Heath Ledger just done so much of a good job. People can't let it go, and
I think he was a cool Joker.
I don't blame him.
I mean, Jared Leto was a good Joker.
I think he's fine.
He was a good Joker. He played that psychotic role. His look, I personally thought he looked good with the tats and the grills in his teeth. But I don't know.
They just give us a new adaptation of it, which is fine. I'm happy with that.
But I just feel like the DC universe, I don't know, man. Like, they're not tickling my pickle, man, at the moment, man. You know?
Yeah,
for me, when it comes to DC Universe, Christopher Nolan done such a brilliant job. I know, man.
But
Ben
we
Affleck
got to stop comparing. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, I mean Ben Affleck is
That's what
great.
the problem is.
Ben
Yeah.
Affleck smacked it. He looks amazing. He plays the
I
role
like
of Bruce Wayne good.
Well,
I
think of it this way.
yeah.
Imagine Marvel didn't exist right now. Imagine they went bankrupt and all their characters are gone
Yeah.
and they were dead. There was no more Marvel. And then DC brought out all these movies now. They might be fucking epic. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
Like, they might be great because Marvel set such a standard, people end up comparing, right? But
Yeah.
imagine if Marvel didn't exist.
Yeah.
And then Batman and Superman was out there. People were like, oh my god, that's amazing! I can't believe that was out. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It could set a different perspective on the movie because Marvel, you know, they set too much of a high standards for everything.
Sorry.
Now.
It's true.
No, of course,
But yeah, but I mean, look, I think, look, I wasn't a big fan of the portrayal of this new Joker, man, by Jared Leto. I mean, he done it well. The looks wise didn't do me justice, man. I thought he was just too neat. Like he didn't look rough and rugged. He didn't look psychotic to me. He just looked like he looked too neat. He dressed well. His makeup was well. His grills were well. Everything just looked too neat to me. So he didn't seem as psychotic as I thought. You know, he should be. But I don't know. It just depends what they do with it, man. Hopefully they do something good with it, man. Like pick a good story and stuff. Like maybe
Joker,
I don't know, man.
Has he got an origin story? Like
He does.
know, like, I don't really know much.
We don't really know much about the Joker, and I think that's the good thing about it. I think that's the thing like that they shouldn't touch. Even when they did the Killing Joke gives you a story of what could have happened or what could it been like for Batman, but it's not confirmed.
If it was like that.
Yeah, well, maybe they might do the Killing Joke. Maybe you might pick one of those stories and do it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you got a point.
Well, let's see what they do with that, man. It'd be interesting to see where they go with it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
To be honest with you, a Joker movie without Batman, I don't think it will be as successful as it should be. Like, Joker's epic, don't get me wrong, but he needs to have that motivation, and his motivation sometimes is Batman, right?
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
It's not that he's a psycho, yes, but he loves fucking around with Batman. I mean,
that's it. Yeah.
So depends what they do with it, man. Or maybe they might do the standalone Batman. They might do the standalone Joker and then do it together, which don't make no sense. But still, I mean, they should be in it together anyway. But let's see. Yeah.
No, of course. We'll have to wait and see what they go with that one. You had 13 Reasons Why is on your list, bro. How are you finding that so far?
I'm watching it now, man. You know what? Yeah, it's okay. I'm on episode 7, I think. Yeah, I'm on episode 7. It's not as gripping as the first one because the first one had that concept to tape each episode. You know what I mean? I thought that would be cool. This one, I don't know. It's the spoiler alert, guys. It's about the court case and they're going through the court case and all that sort of stuff. It's not as gripping as the first one, bro. So I'm not really
my
feeling
thing is, it's a bit depressing as well.
Yeah, and also like there's some things I just don't like, man. Like I think some things they force, especially with TV programs these days. Like, listen, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone, but I just say it. I think there's a lot of like unnecessary like homosexual stuff that they put in it, man. Like, some of them doesn't feel natural, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like the Mexican dude. All right, he was gay in the first one. Okay, cool. But then his trainer, have you seen it? Right, his boxing trainer's gay, and I'm like, well, what? Like, it seems so forced. What's the chances of that? Him training boxing and his trainer turns out to be a gay dude and they get together. I'm just like, this is just forced. It was like the other program with come on, man. Why have I gone blank?
Was it Deadpool?
No. What was the other Netflix program you told me to watch, bro? It's got
Jason Bateman.
Bateman. Yeah, what's that one called?
Ozark.
Yeah. That was a brilliant program, right? And then remember that unnecessary homosexual scene they had in that, the gay scene they had in that, bro. It was that redneck dude.
Oh
and
yeah.
And I was like, why? How? Like it doesn't make sense. Like, listen, if you're gonna pull it in a show, that's cool. Like Game of Thrones and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It flows, and I'm like, all right, well, it seems like a natural scene, a natural part of the script. Some of these other ones that have been coming out, I just feel like you guys are just forcing it. Like, you're trying to fit it in. Maybe you're trying to get in with the, the LGBT or whatever crowd or whatever.
Well,
but
no, they're trying to be a bit more diverse, I suppose, bro. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. But if it's forced,
no. I'm not wrong. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying when it's in the script and it seems natural, brilliant. do it. Like I say with Game of Thrones and all that stuff, it all fits in perfectly.
Yeah.
But these programs these days, I feel like they force it. Like think about it, man. All these programs they make now, right?
Yeah.
They're freaking violent, like swearing non-stop, sexual activities, gay stuff, like everything. They don't even hold back anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
So true.
And like I say, if it doesn't feel natural in the story, and if it doesn't fit the character profile, I'm like, why force it, man? So that's I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it's too much. Same with like Deadpool. There was Deadpool. Sorry, you mentioned Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know, the girl in Yuko, and it was just like, well, that was kind of weird. Like, it didn't seem natural. Like, why is that her lesbian girlfriend? Like, why couldn't it just be her friend or just be another X-Men member? It just was forced that, that's my girlfriend. I'm like, all right, well, it didn't. I don't know, man. It didn't seem natural. I mean, especially seeing the first one, she didn't even show no signs of her being a lesbian. Maybe she looked like a boy, but I'm like, come on, man. I don't know. I'm just saying with the script writing, man, just make it in natural, man. I think the best one was ever. Did you ever watch? Oh, for fuck's sake! Why do I keep going blank with TV programs, man? The Wire. Did you watch The Wire?
Yeah, some of it. Only some of it.
There was a character called Omar, right? And he was a big-time gangster. And he was gay in that show, right? But the way they done it was brilliant script writing because you're like, this guy's a G. And then after you find out he's gay and you're like, wow, what? Like, it's amazing script writing. You just wouldn't expect it. You know what I'm trying to say? And that seems so natural the way they did it. It wasn't like a forced gay scene or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It was just natural. And
so that's what it needs to be. It's more of a natural filter, and some of them don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the script writing, just make it natural. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying don't put it on there. Put the gay and all that sort of stuff to it, but just have a natural script. I'm trying to say that.
Of course.
A lot of these I feel like it's not natural. But anyway, I went off on one. The show's alright, man. It's alright. I'll finish it and then I'm done with it.
I never started.
Yeah. It's alright. It's a bit. I find it a bit depressing. It was a good. They did leave us on the last one a bit weird. So this one got a bit more weird as well. They didn't follow a structure like the first one did as well. That's why I enjoyed the first one better. As you said, they had the structure of the tapes. They played a really important part. This one just feels a bit messy. But moving from that, bro, with all the madness that's happened this week, thanks for all the trailer reactions you did, bro. That's the main part. This week has been busy with loads of trailers, bro. We went from Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, Lego 2 Movie, Spider-Man Into the Universe, Bumblebee, Halloween. I know you didn't react to that one, but I just saw that trailer today as well, so that came out today. What else was there, bro? You did a whole bunch, didn't you?
Yeah, what else did I do, man? I can't remember, man, but there was a few. It's because of Ramadan, it's a bit difficult to do them all, man. It's a bit difficult to take time and just watch trailers and react to them, bro. It's been busy. But yeah, bro, listen, Wreck-It Ralph, I was like, when I saw that part when they went into Disney and you saw Iron Man and the Sword, again, like, you can't even, Marvel just can't even give it a break, or Disney just can't give it a break, man. They got too much hype going on. It's absolutely amazing. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe what they're gonna do with this. If they get some of the Avengers characters involved, you know I'm gonna love it. And then you had all the princesses they had in all the other Disney movies all in one movie. How awesome is that, bro?
That was good.
Just universes again combining into one.
They
freaking
smashed
epic.
it. Absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
I'm looking forward to that.
Bumblebee, bro. That was moist. That was moist. I'm sorry, man. Old school Volkswagen Beetle. He looked. Come on.
And he looked
wicked.
like the old costume.
Old costume, yeah.
Yeah. So Ash, you posted something saying that Paramount are looking to reboot it. So my question is this part of the reboot or is this finishing off what they've started? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe what I read up was that Paramount want to reboot the whole Transformers universe. So maybe this Bumblebee movie is the beginning to it, man.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see what they do with this. But because they put Bernie Mac's voice in the beginning of it, it makes me feel like it's part of that universe.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, or maybe that was just a tribute to Bernie Mac.
Well, it could be. I mean, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to cut you out because I have to quickly say, look at that spider. Congratulations to the winner. His name is Bobby. He commented Pika Pika on last week's video. Bobby, this is yours. When I see you next, that's yours, bro. Thanks for the comment. Guys, I've got one more giveaway.
Thank you, Bobby, for commenting.
Thank you. Bobby
So
Boucher.
we were talking about Game of Thrones. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, I have a Game of Thrones. I don't know whose insignia that is.
That is.
I don't know. I'm basic. I love the show, but I don't know what's what, man. It's too much.
I don't know myself, but
Stark family, man.
guys, this is. Oh, this looks like a. No, I don't know.
I think
Anyway,
that is the Starks family.
I think this is the
I think
Starks
it's
family.
family.
But listen, guys, all I need is one comment below, and next week I will get to pick you out and send this over to you anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter where you are. Even if you're on another planet, I'll send it over.
Do it.
Sorry, so we go back to Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, man.
Any
Like-
Mars aliens commenting on the YouTube thing?
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, you know what? So yeah, he's right. Considering they got
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac's voice in it, maybe it's the same universe, but many years after, you know, or
Or maybe they're just using it. Like, I don't know. Maybe because it can't be years after, right? Because Bumblebee's like looking like old school. Well, then again, I don't know. Maybe he was in hiding or something. But let's be real. Like, I love the Transformer movies, right?
Yeah,
One
yeah,
was
yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
2 was good. 3 was alright. 4 was blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
but they're
got to a
enjoyable
point
movies.
where- What's that?
They're enjoyable movies that you'd
Yeah,
enjoy it. Like, you know, regardless, it's the same repetitive thing. But you know, just watching your childhood cartoon, real life looks wicked, man. Like, looks really
But that's
good.
what I'm saying. Like, but you know, but the films. If you look at, the films were getting basic, but they're very fun to watch.
Yeah,
Does that make
right,
sense?
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, I mean, a reboot maybe might make more sense, and like if they just do a Bumblebee movie, maybe they could have a better storyline involved.
Yeah,
maybe
because
like
it's
a
based by
relationship
themselves,
with him,
isn't it? You don't
something
have
more
so many
emotional,
characters.
maybe a more emotional content with Bumblebee or
Yeah.
a Transformer. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you got so many Transformers, like having them all in one movie, you don't really, when one of them dies, you don't really have an emotional content with them.
No.
You know what I'm
That's
trying to
right,
say? You're
that's
just
right.
you're just like, oh shit, he died. Oh man, that's basic, man.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next one.
It's like-
Optimus Prime died bare times.
Yeah, I know, bro.
He died. Just like, he died again.
Autobots transform
if-
and died.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I mean, like, if maybe they could use this to make the audience and Bumblebee connect, and then then that could be more of an emotional content with him.
More intimate, innit, with the character.
You'll make it good, man, and like
It's like you said, when Optimus Prime died, and he died countless times, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, he died, he lost.
but we know he's coming back.
But he's coming back, like, you just knew it was happening, so it's like, oh shit, he's coming back, don't worry, man.
They need to
And
stop
like
doing that shit, man.
And Transformers' first movie was so awesome. However, there was, like I said, you didn't feel emotional about any one of those robots. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
Even
same.
Ironhide, when Ironhide died, I was like, oh shit, he's dead, he's disintegrating, and he died. And
Yeah.
that was it, he was dead.
Yeah.
So,
It's a tough one.
So-
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I think I'm hoping good things because everybody was. I remember when I posted it up on my Facebook, everybody was like, "Nah, they're not gonna give it a go." But I'm like,
I'll still watch it.
for me, it's
Yeah.
the funness in it. People are starting to lose the fun things in why we go watch movies.
No, but people are expecting too much now, that's what it is. When you think
No,
about
but
it.
the thing is, we're getting too much. They're just
Yeah.
expecting
Yeah,
something
exactly.
else.
Exactly. You're expecting too much because we're getting too much. Same with, like, going back to the Joker. You're expecting what Heath Ledger gave us.
Yeah.
And that's difficult to get out of your head. It's not like, oh guys, you can't do it. It's not that easy. You can't get out of your head.
Of course.
Think about the next Avengers movie. If it's not as great as this one, you're gonna be like, oh man, that wasn't as great as the last one. You cannot help but say it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It can't be like, oh, I'm not gonna worry about the last one because it's a direct connection anyway. But you know what I mean? Like,
No, of
we've been
course,
getting
of course.
so much great content. It's hard to accept anything that's not outstanding.
No,
I'm saying-
of course, of course.
You're
Like, I
always-
heard,
yeah. So, do you,
yeah, no, I'm saying, I heard that they're gonna release an Aquaman trailer soon.
Yeah.
And like I said with DC, man, I feel sorry for them because the hype's too much. We're gonna watch these movies anyway,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
we'll
the
watch
hype,
it, yeah.
Marvel's got so much of the hype. I don't think DC had any leeway to breathe.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna pull out their movies, and hopefully they're outstanding. Hopefully this Aquaman one could be great, but man, we don't know. We don't know like what directions they could take because so far their movies have not been great. As
Except Wonder
movies,
Woman.
I love watching them,
Well,
but as movies they've not been great. So hopefully Aquaman can turn things around for DC.
I mean,
No,
Wonder
Wonder Woman was
Woman
good, bro.
was good. I enjoyed Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
Wonder Woman's great.
You know, besides
It was
her
great,
being
yeah.
hot, and it was a good movie. And no, you know what, Batman vs Superman, I genuinely thought that was a good movie. You know, besides the whole Martha thing and having the same mother's name, but overall, I thought it was a brilliant shot movie, man.
Well, you know that Martha thing, you know that was just a human thing, but it just wasn't portrayed right.
It wasn't
Yeah,
portrayed right. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Bruce at that moment realized, oh shit, this guy is more human than I thought.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But it just was portrayed shit in the movie. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why everyone thinks about Martha. It's the same with John Wick, though. So John Wick, anyone watches it? I'm changing the topic here.
Yeah.
I had to educate someone the other day, right? She was like, oh, but all of that for his dog. I'm like, yeah, I know the movie portrayed it as his dog, but it was where the dog came from, and his wife gave him the dog, and it was the last thing his wife left him. It's all of that, but the movie didn't portray that. So when anyone sees it, it's just like the dog. It's like that meme thing you said. A dog disappearing, and then he goes after Thanos. That whole movie is all about the dog dying, but when you look back at it, it's like, alright, it was the dog, but it was who gave him the dog and where that emotional content came with the dog. It's the same with Martha. Like, Bruce realized how human it was, but the movie portrayed it shit. They didn't explain it properly, which is why
Studio's fault, man.
Studio, yeah. Story writing, script writing, I don't know. It wasn't great.
It falls down to so many things, but
Yeah. But yeah, what trailers? Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, because I love that trailer.
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah, man. That was like...
That animation. I didn't expect that. That was sick.
Yeah, Miles Morales. It's Miles Morales, right? Yeah.
It looks amazing, bro.
It looks good, man. Yeah, really good. There's actually a concept picture of Danny Glover's son. What's his son's name?
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, him in a Spider-Man suit. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I've not seen that.
So it's like, are they going to go with...
He was in Homecoming, right? He was in Homecoming.
He basically
mentioned his nephew or something.
Yeah, which is Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, yeah. So who knows, man? They might maybe just a little hint for them to go for a different Spider-Man.
They might do it, man. Hey, but was this connected to the movie? Remember at first I heard this thing was connected to the movie.
No, it's not connected to the movie, bro.
No.
Oh, okay. Looks.
So basically, it's going off the comic books, which is called Spider-Man into the edge of the Spider-Verse and then into the Spider-Verse. So this is where all different... Basically, the world has just collided into one.
Yeah.
Different dimensions of different Spider-Mans have converted into one.
Do you think they'll show Spider-Man 2099?
Yep, 2099. You've got Spider-Ham. You've got loads of people coming into this part.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It looks amazing, bro. The animation and...
The animation got me,
man.
The
story
I thought it was just going to be like... I don't know, Pixar type animation or whatever type animation, but they had that different kind of shading thing. It was like, I don't know, remember that Keanu Reeves film we saw ages ago? What's that called?
Yeah. It's called Scanner Darkly.
Scanner Darkly, remember? I don't know, man. Brilliant animation. I loved it.
So this is going to be similar to that, but then it's got that comic book element like to it, drawing artwork as well, which I love as well, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder what the villain's going to be like and what villains are going to get involved and stuff.
There was another bad guy. It looked like a lizard as well.
I think he's the lizard. You got Kingpin, but you're gonna have the Sinister Six in this as well. Bro.
Okay, yeah, and they even showed Gwen Stacy
as well. Spider Gwen,
and then not even that Peter Parker, man, when he's like older and looking like a bum. But, I'm looking forward to that. He's getting mentored by Spider-Man. By Peter Parker, which is brilliant. So I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
Well.
So it looks good, man. Very, very interested. We've got some good trailers that have come out this week. But towards the end of the year, we've got actually a really good fun end of the year, man. Like the beginning of the year started off like, Black Panther, middle of it, Deadpool and fucking Infinity War, and now suddenly fucking Spider-Man, Bumblebee, and all sorts of shit. Like, it'd be a fun Christmas, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. What about Ant-Man?
Oh shit! Ant-Man comes out next week. Was it 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Is it?
I'll be home. I'll be home for that, bro. July 6th or something.
When does it come out? July 6th.
Yeah.
You're
around?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Alright, book my ticket, bro. Book my ticket. I'll be home. Can't wait.
We'll do
it.
We'll do IMAX.
Because that looks jokes, man. I mean, again, why do I keep forgetting his name? Was it Louis Sign? What's that Mexican dude's name?
No, his name is Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. Where I get Louis from? I'm crap with names, man. Sorry. But anyway, when he was like, what's up? I was like, this guy. He's too much, man.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
yeah, this film's gonna be good, and again, I'm interested to see,
What happened to
apparently
Ant-Man?
apparently there was an Easter egg in the trailer that kind of linked to Avengers: Infinity War. I didn't get it, to be honest with you,
No,
but
no.
I'm interested to see, because Wasp was not in that picture that you showed.
Yeah,
So does she disappear? I wonder if she disappears.
I
in
reckon
this
she
movie.
does. Yeah, I reckon she does.
Yeah.
That's why she wants Ant-Man gets involved, and yeah.
That's what, I thought maybe they'll be in the quantum realm, but it doesn't matter. He made everyone disappear. So
Yeah.
quantum realm, but no, you're disappearing, boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that'd be interesting. But you know what? I was thinking of something the other day.
Thinking of me?
No, I read no. Ant-Man would be awesome, but I was reading something today, about how the TV programs have to. I think I can't remember who said what, but someone said the TV programs have to be creative with how they script right now after Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
They are
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Agents of
yeah?
S.H.I.E.L.D., basically.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., also the Daredevil and the Netflix shows. They're linked as well.
Ah.
Right? Because remember I was telling you there's a rumor that Daredevil might show up in the next Spider-Man movie. I don't know if that's fake news or not.
Yeah.
However, but Daredevil and them they are linked, because you hear them say quotes, and they call the first New York incident the incident, right?
Yeah.
So what are they going to call this one, and what are they going to do with all the disappearing shit? So they're going to be creative with that, man. It's going to be interesting to see if they mention it or not. If they don't, I think that'd be quite basic.
Yeah.
That was one of my things I didn't like about Jessica Jones. They mentioned a bit, but not as much as I thought.
As they did originally.
Because, it's in New York. Everything's happening in New York. I thought, you make I don't know.
Mention.
I don't know. But anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what they do with the TV programs and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No, it'd be good. It'd be good. Alright.
Alright.
It's been emotional, G, man. I got go. My head's buzzing, bros. Can't even look at a screen at the moment, bro. But it's been full on. We've had a great week with amazing trailers out. Fasten's been a bit tough as well, but in general, everything's all coming together. We have got some exciting stuff coming up next week as well. And then I'll just show you this.
Is that everything on the list, by the way, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's it. Secret project.
Tell me after, yeah?
Yeah. Secret project. But I'm starting something which I'll be able to talk about properly next week. But I'm going to do little videos that I'm going to post up on here as well. I know I haven't been around much, guys. I know my brothers have been looking after the channel a lot recently.
Yeah, and more Gilman than me.
Yeah, more Gilman as well.
Busy with
G-Man
man.
safe, bro. But guys, thank you for the likes, thank you for the dislikes, thank you for the comments, thanks for joining in on the conversation, thanks for watching the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing. The subscribers, you know what? I don't know if it's been a while. I always thank you guys because you make the channel grow bigger. We're almost coming up to 1,600 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing.
Keep subscribing.
I want to finish up hopefully by 2,000 by the end of the year. I'm not asking for much. I just want you guys to enjoy the content that we put out, and hopefully, some of the response I get back from Gilman's toe-to-toe videos and our podcast and our movie reviews, very positive stuff, guys, and you guys are absolutely amazing. We will, even if it's one of you watching, that means the world to us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's one person out there that's invested their time in us, and much appreciated, man.
Yeah.
Pixie Spit always invests the time, man. That's one that always pops up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing that we can share this with one person at least. There's lots more, obviously, but people have been very supportive. Yeah, man, love it, man. You know what I mean?
Getting emotional here, man. It's getting emotional.
But yeah,
it's great.
This is number 28. We're gonna get to 30, and we're gonna have the 30th anniversary issue or something, bro. We're gonna have to do something creative, bro.
I'll belly dance for you guys or something, man.
But we're gonna have more often.
What's his name? Do the chuckle shuffle. Shuffle.
Can you imagine that came out 34 years ago?
I know, it's crazy, right? You kind of got his shirt on, but if you only had it like a bit fruity. In Deadpool 2, remember when he had his legs cut off and he was sitting on the chair? He had the shirt on. That was the shirt.
Oh, what? The shirt from Cootie?
No.
Yes, well, he had a Chuck's shirt on. I saw that the other day. Deadpool had the shirt on, and obviously Josh Brolin was in that scene as well.
Yeah.
How awesome was that? And I saw that, I was like, wow.
I didn't even
recognise that.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Brilliant. Alright, cool. Alright, gotta log out, man. But massive thank you to you guys watching. Massive thank you to G-Man in Hong Kong. Thanks to Ash here for joining us today as well. We'll catch up again next week. More geek news, more geek movies, more geek comic books, artwork, everything under the sun. Trailer reactions, movie reviews coming straight to you guys. A massive thank you. One love, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Piano.